Hey everyone, I'm Mr. Rage, and I've been following Transience since Big Fry announced it a year ago. I think this is a very important title. The way the development and marketing is being handled by this team is great. It's exactly what I, as a consumer, want from game studios. So let's go over it. If you're not familiar, Transience is a stealth action single-player tactical FPS that's being developed on Unreal Engine 4, inspired by Rainbow Six, Splinter Cell, and Max Payne. Games a lot of us loved growing up. You play as an accountant, a hired mercenary who keeps the books balanced by any means necessary. This time, though, you are the intended target. Take a journey through New Houston in the year 2056 and follow one man's tale of redemption as he escapes Transience. Big Fry originally said it might be released in 2023, but the updated estimated timing will probably be sometime in 2024. I respect and appreciate that Big Fry hasn't given any release dates that you can't live up to. A lot of developers end up doing that, and then we all get disappointed when it's delayed. Or they rush it, and it's garbage when it comes out, which seems to be the case with most titles these days. You can wishlist the game on Steam right now and join the Discord. Actually, they answer a lot of questions, so if you have any further questions about the game, you might be able to get it answered in the Discord. When asked about the price, Mr. Rain responded that it will be from $10 to $20. They're aiming for $15, but it hasn't been confirmed to be that for now. And then Big Fry added, they really want to hit that $12.99 to $14.99 price range. Either way, it's a great price. It will be for PC with a very slim chance of a console release. It would be depending on how well the game does and if it would be appropriate to do so. Now, I want to talk about this game because I'm excited about it, and the team has all the right intentions and skill to bring what I feel I will be able to call a quality product done the right way. What we've seen so far in terms of the game development has been looking good, and they're not asking for our money to fund their venture. The entire endeavor is funded by Big Fry and his partner Flow Beatbox. They are making a product, finishing it, and then selling it to us for a reasonable price. Imagine that. Now, I really respect how Big Fry and his team didn't want to start with a multiplayer game for their first title. There are a lot of different challenges that come with that, and it's really ambitious for a brand new team with their first title to take that on. So they're starting with a single-player game, and if it's successful enough, they will make a co-op experience for the sequel. And if that's successful, they might do a multiplayer game for the third one. Now, let's get into the details of the development. All of the environments and props are custom made. Big Fry said the amount of marketplace assets used is very, very minimal. I normally don't even really like the cel-shaded comic book style visuals, but they look so detailed and gritty and dark, I'm feeling it. There are 7 different environments with 8 levels to complete within the story campaign, so pretty good variety with environments. They're doing these comic book cutscenes that are reminiscent of Max Payne that I think are pretty cool.
That was just how it went. Another spoke on the city's wheels, doing what it'd do naturally in New Houston. Round and round. The corpos hardly set foot out here, let alone leave a watchful eye to take notes. There's never anything to note. Anything, other than the typical, was a unicorn of a day. And if I knew how special the day was, I might have dressed differently for my last errands, given how long my unicorn of a day was about to become.
Every first-person animation is a combination of custom or procedural, which sounds great for trying to capture a realistic movement. They're definitely looking pretty slick. And the death animations, what I'm seeing here, I think look incredible. The ragdoll physics look really good, smooth, and natural. Transience will also feature point shooting, ADS, lean, even prone crawling, which is great. The more control over the movement of my character that I have, the better. Now, the AI is always a work in progress. I know it's a very difficult thing to accomplish well, but they say their goal is to make the best possible AI with the budget they have. The game will feature 13 weapons with over 500 different combinations of weapons and attachments. The designs are real-world inspired, but they wanted them to be unique and fit this dystopian future aesthetic. I think the models are looking pretty sick. There will be an on-the-fly customization system, which I'm seeing more now, and I love it. We've gotten a look at what the main character will look like, the armor he will wear, and enemy character models. Now, they took feedback for the enemy character models because they were lit up like Christmas trees before, and a lot of us really didn't like that. So they fixed it up. I think they're looking pretty cool now. And I think it's awesome how they're listening to community feedback, really taking it to heart, and adjusting accordingly. There will be 3 different levels of toughness with the enemies, and those levels will be indicated by the lights on the suits. I think it's a pretty cool, subtle way to do it. The lights just aren't so overpowering with these models. They really cleaned it up. Your armor suit contains non-Newtonian colloid fluid, as they're calling it, which hardens after a shot for 3 seconds of protection. You take another shot, you're protected. If you lose both of the armor pips that the suit contains, you'll die in 3 to 4 shots. You replenish this fluid with what they call end caps that are found around the levels that refill the suit, but they're hard to come by, so it's limited with the intent to keep the game challenging. A very limited HUD shows you where you're being shot from, and the armor pips being hit and destroyed are indicated by the subtle blue flashes at the top of the screen. The game will have a slow motion feature. It will be restricted, you'll have a limited amount, and you'll have to replenish it with resources around the levels, just like the armor. I like this feature as long as it's implemented the right way, and I believe that is the right way to go about it, to make it limited. When you just have that full capability all of the time, it really becomes stale. So, great job on that. We'll have bullet penetration, so that definitely adds to immersion. Gotta love it. Going into the stealth mechanics, there will be different gadgets at your disposal, 2 of which we've seen so far. One called a flash pulse, which explodes, blinds, and stuns enemies. The other gadget we've been shown is an EMP pulse emitter that takes out lights and cameras for a short time so you can move through the area undetected. You can also manually take out most of the lights in the game. Big Fry says not every single light, but pretty much if you see a light, most likely you can shoot it out. And we also see some destruction here with the TVs, which is always cool, and adds that extra level of realism that really gives you that immersion. And here we see a very early implementation of a dragging system. There's a shooting range where you can take all the weapons in the game and test them out against automated targets. There's also a kill house, where every time you enter it's a new layout, wherein you have to kill 6 enemies as fast as you can. Pretty cool. In terms of the HUD, we have a very minimal toggleable design. I love to have that option, and again, another feature that I think should be standard. Armor and slow-mo are displayed on the bottom left, weapon and ammo in the bottom right, and your visibility up at the top, so you can know if you're able to be seen by enemies depending on how lit the area is that you're currently in. We get a quick peek at the menus, but not much information on that, other than the fact that they hate bad menus and know that everyone else does too, so they're trying to make it the best they can. The ambient audio and sound effects are a work in progress, not much demonstration of that yet, but we do get a nice little clip of the music here. Now, there are a lot of people gunning for Big Fry. They say his game has to be perfect because he's roasted so many small indie devs in the past. He's pissed off a lot of people with negative reviews and exposing scams and fake developers. There are rumors of possible review bombing. So to them I say, fuck you. You're mad because he tells the truth. And if someone is charging money for garbage, he's gonna say it. And so am I. Recently, we have seen YouTubers making their own games. It seems like it's becoming a trend, and it's awesome to see like-minded individuals who have had enough slaps to the face and are working to make a difference in the gaming industry. To the haters, you will not win. If the game is good, which to be honest, I feel like I can probably count on that being the case based on what I've seen so far, it won't matter what you say or do. You will not win. Because at the end of the day, we are gamers. All we want are good games to play at reasonable prices. It's very simple. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you want from the gaming industry? What kind of future for video game consumers would you like to see? Catch you next time.